we couldn't kind of move up, so to speak, and get a bigger piece of property. The house we lived in was small. Um, and having multiple children and that we were busting, man. I mean, we were kind of on top of each other, but that's just the way it is, you know. I mean, you do what you got to do. Um, and it didn't make sense financially to, or we not forget making sense. We just couldn't do it financially to go, sell the house and get more square footage to where we could, where the kids didn't have to share bedrooms, where we got to a point where we had to get a small storage unit because we didn't have enough places to put the stuff that was in our house. And it was things that, my wife and I didn't want to get rid of. Some of it had maybe some sentimental parts to it, and then everybody deals with that. So next thing you know, you're like, I can't get into a bigger place. So when it finally happened 20 years later, it was like, holy cow, where did the time go? But then the problem became, can we do this from an expense? So getting back to that hidden cost perspective, now all of a sudden the bigger home costs more money. We all know that it has a bigger value to it. But at the time, what was the interest rate? So now there's an interest rate that's a hidden cost that's attached to all of this as well, that's going to drive the payment. Not just the value, but the interest rate in relation to the value is going to drive a certain payment. So does that make sense? Can we afford that because of the interest rate? So there's so many things that come into play. And